30% of the population are Cal positive instead of 10% are Cal positive. So your percentage is going to be skewed in that particular area. Sort of like if you went to Japan, we wouldn't be 85% D negative. You'd probably be, D positive, you'd probably be more like 98% D positive if you went to Japan. They don't really see the RH negative people too often. So the way you figure this out is the number of units that you need and the approximate percentage of RH negative. And then it's going to tell you how many units that you need to screen to find two that are going to be compatible. And you may luck up. You may pull the 7 units out of the refrigerator, and they may all be negative. That happens not very often, but it could happen. We find a lot of times, I think, that they've been sequestered out. You know, certain antigens are sequestered out of the system, so a lot of times we may think we only have to screen 7, but we have to screen like more like 9 or 10 because they've been pulled out and somebody's already used them, and you got to go back and do some more. So like I said, use this as a guide, but don't use it as dogma, because it's not going to be that way. Well, let's say we had a big E and a little c, which happens very often. They like to rhyme together because we know R1 people, right? So if we needed to figure out how many units we needed to screen for little c and big E, we know little c is very, very, very prevalent, and big E is not so prevalent. So we would multiply the two percentages and then put it over the 4 units that we needed, and we know we needed to screen 29 units. So if you knew that you needed to screen 29 units to find the antigen combination that you needed, you would just kind of set yourself up to spend a good portion of your day typing units, because it's going to take a while to do that. And you guys will see that when we get into the lab today, because that's what we're going to do. Whereas the other one, we only had to screen 7. That wasn't such a big deal. And then, of course, you know, like with this one, we know that the Rh negative units are more likely to be big C negative, because we know the capital letters like to run together. So sometimes you can cheat a little bit and grab Rh negatives, and your percentages will be skewed a little bit in your favor, and then you won't end up having to screen as many units. So you can use that to your benefit. Okay, we also have molecular testing, so we can get genotypes and PCR, and we do that. Not every place is going to do that, but we have it at Shands. And so if we have somebody who is a sickle cell anemia patient, or has a warm autoantibody, or has already started making antibodies, we'll go ahead and do their whole antigenic profile, so that way we know exactly what antibodies we think that they could potentially form later on if they start to react some more. And then I like this one. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we've got antigen Anacera, and we're going to type our cells. And some of you are going to get to use the gel. Some of you are going to use regular Anacera, but it'll be fun either way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to collate everybody's type, and then we'll have sort of a profile. We'll see, what kind of a population we have in our class. So that'll be fun. Now you've got Heather, right? You were going to do Heather's because she's not going to be here today, right?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody's going to do Heather's, but you're going to do her blood type. Okay. And then those of you who are A, so what you're basically going to do is take your own blood. You're going to type yourself. Okay. Those of you who are A are going to test yourself for A1 lectin, and then you're going to give a couple drops of your blood to everybody in the room, and they're going to test you for whatever antigen they have been assigned. So, anybody else come in on Tuesday or Thursday to add to the class, to just the class itself, as far as having blood drawn? Okay. Well, I think most of the people have already had a lot of the antigens tested, because we've done this a few times now. So, yeah, nobody's really, it's like Eileen's had it, Rich has had it. I've had it. Of course, I'm a blood donor, so I pretty much know my profile anyway. All right, so anybody have any questions? It'll be fun. I don't imagine it's going to be a hugely long lab, but it's definitely something we do in the blood bank. And next week you said you guys have a test on Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay.
Next week?
On Tuesday. No, not
No,
here.
no, no.
In
This is
the other
for
class.
our other class.
The other class?
Yeah.
Molecular diagnostics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just going to start a little bit later on Tuesday.
Okay.
You don't take that class, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Like
We'll hang out.
9:30 or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that, you think that'll give you enough time?
Yeah, it depends on how his test looks. Yeah, well, if you see, I have her lab at 11:30, so I can't. So it's just a little easier for me to. Pardon?
Last one wasn't too long though, an hour and a half should be fine.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's
Okay,
what I'm
so
thinking.
we'll just plan on starting at like 9:30. Okay, I don't imagine I'm going to yap too terribly long, but you know, you never know about me. I like to yap. So, are we going to have a party?
Of course.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and close this up and you guys can do your thing.